Hi, everybody. Glad you could make it. It's Debbie from Spooky Things, and we've got a really interesting show tonight. We really do. We have got Blain, Rohan. Hi, Blain.
Hello. Hello. How are y'all?
And oh, we're doing pretty good. And you guys also know Devin, and the three of us have been together. Well, I know Blain and I have been together on quite a few shows. We have a blast.
Yeah, we do.
So, how's Lee doing tonight?
Not feeling well. She got food poisoning. Working one
I
of those
know.
events that she works, and she don't know if it was
Oh, is
lemonade
that where
or a
she got
corn
it?
dog. Oh yeah. Well, she works all these different event shows and stuff. So they have vendors out there that
Yeah.
sell food, and I guess she just got the wrong batch of food or something. But yeah, it's tore her up. But she said she's sorry she can't be here tonight.
No, I'm sorry that she's not feeling good. Oh my
Yeah, me too.
gosh. But just let her know that we're thinking about her and I just want her to feel better. That's all.
Speedy
Me
recovery.
too.
Yes,
But
definitely.
yeah.
Speedy recovery. So, we have something really interesting to talk about that we all experienced.
Mm-hmm.
And it happened on the night of the Northern Lights. Um, that happened all the way down because we're in Florida and we saw them quite clearly here.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys are in the Carolinas. You guys
Yeah, I
had
was. I
almost
was
like
that
different
week.
colors.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
you were that
Well,
weekend.
well,
Um,
what was funny is when you called us, we started looking at exactly the same part of the sky you guys were looking at, and I'm like, well, wait a minute,
mhm,
wait a minute. Th- I
right?
was seeing the UFOs just like you guys were. They were everywhere, and they would
Everywhere.
dance,
Everywhere.
and they would. I think they were playing with the helicopter because there must have been. I think me and Matt counted one time there was at least 24 helicopters up there, and they would start
Whoa.
circling. Then they'd figure eight, and there'll be military guys. We were watching this like, okay, they only do that if they're searching for something or they
Hmm.
found something and they're keeping it in and where it's at. And we
They
noticed
were
they
real
fly
quiet.
around for a while. Yeah. And then they would, one of them would fly out and another one would fly in and repeat the same patterns, but they come in from different angles. So we're watching that. I'm like, okay, this is going to be good. Then, besides UFOs, we got all the cool northern lights and just something we never see down in the South. And I'm like, okay, that's chalk up one you'll probably never see in your lifetime again. And I even asked Mama Judy, who's 80 years old, I said, Mama, have you ever seen anything like this? She said, not in 80 years. I said, well, you are now. It was amazing. The
So
energy that
sweet.
that stuff was putting off. Oh my God. And me and Lee were actually communicating with the spaceships, just telepathically. God, I don't know. We went to another location because where Matt and Lee live, there's a bunch of lights, so you can still see them, but not good. So we went out in the middle of nowhere, and the
Right?
sky was so clear, and it was fun watching the different UFOs turn from orange to green to red, and watching not just
It was
one, but there
amazing.
was several. It was, and you called us, and we would have never known unless you called and said something about it.
Well, I wouldn't have known if it wouldn't have been for Devin
Well,
because
good
Devin's
job, Devin.
outside and he comes inside. He goes, Mom, you got to come out. Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Uh-huh.
And he comes inside. He goes, Mom, you got to see this. And I'm like, ah, okay. He goes, no, you really got to see this. So, and I'm not a really big sky watcher. And he goes, no, no, look over here. He goes, you're going to notice it as soon as you see it. And I look up and I'm like, I didn't really see a whole lot, but I mean, the lights were beautiful. I'm like, oh, I'm glad that
Mhm.
I did come out to look at that. And then all of a sudden it was like, what the hell was that? He
Yeah.
goes, that's what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. Keep watching the sky. And all of a sudden it was like boom, 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 boom. That's when I saw them all.
Yep.
And I said, oh my God. I said, I wonder, we gotta call Stan and Teresa and see if they're seeing the same thing that we're seeing. We need other people to do this.
Mm-hmm.
So he called Stan and Teresa, got them outside.
Yep.
And they were like, no, we're seeing it too. So he calls his son in Cottonwood. He's seeing them. And I said, okay, that's it. I got to get Lee on the phone. She's Mouflon. So
Yeah, no
I
doubt.
go outside and look up, Lee. And she goes, well, Blaine's here too. I'm like, perfect. Get Matt and Blain out here.
Yep.
Tell me what you guys see. And that was an amazing evening because we had you on the phone with Lee and Matt, and we had Stan and Teresa, and we were all watching
Yeah.
the same thing from different
Yeah.
places.
And
Because
that's
you
what
guys
made it
were in
so
the
cool. It's like,
Carolinas.
yeah, we were up in the Carolinas. You guys were down there in the Panhandle. Stan and them were just a north of you in Alabama. And us to see
Right?
the same thing at the same time was amazing. That we even seen the
It
helicopters
was.
together that far of distance. You know, that's what's pretty cool about it.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah,
That
and
was
the
pretty
lights
cool.
wouldn't be too bad either. But what was funny
Oh,
is when we went to that other location, it was an old abandoned mill, and there was nothing out there, no lights, no nothing. So we got the perfect view, and we're out there snapping pictures. And I was sitting there trying to tell you, snap pictures. If you've got an Android, it has a night setting on it. I'm like, we're snapping pictures. I have to send you some of the pictures we took that night. And,
yeah.
and the energy it was putting off was just so unbelievable.
I know. We were out there for a long time. He was out
Yeah.
there even longer.
Well, I stayed up pretty much the entire night because like I said, some of those when I originally seen when I was standing out there sky watching, and when I saw that line of there had to have been like I don't know maybe 30 or 40 of them, but there was a bunch of little white orbs, and they were all moving. I mean, it was weird. They're moving like this, all together, like boo, 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 and they were all moving in the sky like this, right? As they were traveling like this, they stopped, and then it kind of came together, and all of a sudden, it all started breaking up, right? And they started going into these formations, but they just stopped, and they looked like stars.
Yeah.
I am
Yeah.
telling you here and now, you would not have been able to tell the difference between a UFO that was in the sky and a freaking star. They looked identical. They
Yeah, because
moved
when
into
they
these
stopped, right.
positions. They
Right?
stopped and they stayed there a majority of the
Yeah.
night. I went out there after everything around from 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock, like 5 o'clock, and eventually some of them disappeared, but for the most part, some were still there. And I'm like, man, I know damn well you're not a star. I literally saw
Yeah.
you move into this spot. They didn't
Yeah.
move. They stayed right there. Some disappeared, some didn't.
Yeah.
It was a
That
trip.
was so cool. It
Hiding
was a
in
trip.
plain sight.
Yeah, but it was cool
Yeah.
how they
And I
did
was
it.
so
Like Devin described, it's like, okay, you see a move, then all of a sudden they're like, we'll go hide in plain sight and I think they were observing us watching them. I really do. Because
I kind of felt like they were enjoying the same celestial event we were by
they
experiencing the
were.
Northern Lights.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they had a
I
little
agree.
fun with our military while they were at it.
yeah. Why not?
Oh boy, did they ever. Oh my God. Me and Matt were even laughing about that. It's like, okay, all right, we know there's at least 24 helicopters up there right now, and they're doing a rotation. They'll fly till they run out of fuel, and another one to take its place. And it would just kept rotating like that, probably for about 4 hours. And then all of a sudden, all the
How
helicopters
many
just peeled away.
planes were out?
Dude, we couldn't track the planes, but helicopters we could. My guess is that there were 15s coming out of Tyndall flying. There was probably 14s out of Pensacola, F-16s out of Shaw. And I guarantee you there was some reconnaissance planes up too. That was strictly
Wow.
reconnaissance. Well, but it was
You
for
couldn't
that
hear
kind
them.
of
Yeah,
You
you
couldn't
could.
hear 'em. You could see the lights. You could
Yeah.
not hear them.
dude. And I told you they come
So
out
they
with them
had to have
black
been high
helicopters.
tech.
Dude, yeah, they're top of the line. You know, more money we'll make in a lifetime for a propeller on one of those things.
That's where all that military money we see going to. I have a joke that goes, when they see how big our military budget is compared to everything else, it says because we have UFOs, man. They're expensive to
Yeah,
maintain.
no doubt. Hey, wouldn't surprise me if that wasn't some of our own stuff up there. That's fine. They
That's
might
all
have
those
been
secret
escorted.
programs and systems.
Dude, yeah. You
That's
don't
what all
think
those
they're
Yeah.
just
programs
charging
are.
they're charging $500 for a hammer and $1,000 for a toilet seat? No. That's going
Going
into
somewhere.
going to Spook Central somewhere.
It
Skunk works.
was so bizarre though to see. I mean, they were just circling right up above our house. They were just circling
Constantly, over and
constantly.
over and
Yeah.
over, same patterns.
But we never heard, because I mean, you can hear
You
that
you
of a
actually,
helicopter.
if you listen close, you could faintly hear the sound of the engines as they were up in
The
the sky.
engines,
You
yeah,
could
but not that
faintly hear them.
you didn't hear that
Oh,
of
from
a
a copter?
helicopter.
No, I had no idea there was
No,
even helicopters up in the
couldn't
sky. If
hear
they
it.
were there, I didn't know they were there.
They were there.
Yeah.
Me and Matt
That's a
confirmed it.
trip.
He
By
has
chance, y'all got screenshots of that?
I think Lee sent them to you because Lee took screenshots off of his phone when he had them up. You mean all the helicopters?
Okay, yeah. I think they're on your phone, on your messenger. Actually, I think he's right. I think they did send us a couple of screenshots of all the objects in the sky. Because maybe we can
got
put
one.
that up. I think it's on your phone if you pull up your messenger. Maybe we could just pull up to show everybody, just to just so we're not here talking out of our butts. People actually, they're like, "Oh, for real? They really saw it?" Yeah,
No,
did.
it
Yes,
was.
we did.
What we saw is
I mean, it was all of us.
that was the cool part about it. That all of us
What
saw
now?
it.
At the same time.
Well, they
Yeah.
kind of saw something different than what we did, because some of the stuff they were describing, they were seeing different. I believe because we were looking at different points, but they were definitely seeing things that we weren't seeing, and we were seeing things that they weren't. So
Okay, yeah. Here is the one.
yeah, there it is. Put it to like the bam.
Yeah.
That was the helicopters that were circling right up above our house.
Well,
Yep.
it kind of looked. You can see that those are jets and copters.
Yeah,
right?
look at the circular motion they're doing. You can even see the circular
Yeah.
motion.
This is no BS, guys.
No, that was one of the coolest things I've ever witnessed in my life, man. That's like I said, I think somebody said that happens only like every 26,000 years. And we got to be here at this time when it showed. Last time, I'm sure that those people probably freaked out, thinking the world was ending or something.
Right.
Because they didn't.
Well, I wonder if that is maybe. Well, you never know. I mean, a lot of people have doomsday theories and things, but they talk a lot about another planet being in our solar system, and that's what causes the pull on the bigger gas giants out. It's what pretty much kind of keeps everything intact. If that thing really does come around every 3,000 something years, it would literally cause catastrophes, which would explain the constant catastrophes our civilizations would have seen, why the Egyptians have got wiped out, why a lot of these places. I don't know, man. Like it just would kind of explain a lot of the catastrophes that happen to our planet over and over and over again.
Well, it
maybe
makes sense.
3,000 years, 12,000 years.
Whatever.
Yeah. Maybe our alien overlords were thinking, hey, okay, it's time to reshuffle and start this deck new. And I'm just wondering if it was what I said, just them showing us. And we got out to the other location. Me and Lee were sitting there, and Matt was snapping pictures, Mama was snapping pictures, Lee and myself were snapping pictures. We're not only taking pictures of the Northern Lights, but we're also taking UFO pictures. And I sit there and watch one of them. I watched it. It was like a bright green, and it turned to a orange color, and then it went from a bright white color, and then it just like it sucked itself up and closed it out. Then I seen it a little bit more to my left. It moved, and it looked like it was repeating those same, like it was trying to send a code or something with the lights.
Yeah.
Could be.
I could figure it out, but we were talking. Me and Lee were talking to him telepathically the whole time we were out there. And I just thought it was so cool that they're here to see this, and we're seeing them. Of course, we were very cordial, very thankful like, thanks for letting us have this beautiful show tonight with the lights and you guys popping in and out and doing what you do. I think it was pretty cool. And then later that night, when me and Lee, we were trying to work on our website for Family Spirit, and we were just sitting there, and it was already late anyway, and both of us are tired. And I said, and I just happened to look over there on the opposite side of the room, and I watched this light come through her ceiling, part of the ceiling and part of the wall, and I saw these beautiful two creatures come through her wall. And I told Lee, I said, look in the corner, we're being visited. And they acknowledged that we were talking to them, and they said, I remember, I'll never forget this, not a word was spoken except for me and Lee going, you seeing this? Are you serious? She's like, oh my God, we are seeing this. And then it told us, thank you for your comments. Thank you for your energy. So we appreciate it. And we mean no harm to you or your fellow people. I'm like, shoot, there's a few of you going to take out. I wouldn't care.
I hear you.
Yeah, but it was so cool to have that kind of connection with that happening that night. That made a
Wow.
special trip to come and visit me and Lee, and it was like, God, what do we do to deserve something this cool, you know? But it's an experience I'll never forget.
Amazing.
Yeah. Oh, hi,
It
Tammy.
was amazing. Hi, Tammy. Yeah,
We'll see
Tammy,
you.
we're
We'll see
talking
you next
about,
month.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Tammy, we're talking about the night that the northern lights were everywhere and what all we saw up in the sky.
Mhm.
And it was a wonderful show. It was just
Oh my
really
God.
great. And there
We
were so
could not
many
have
of us on
paid.
the phone.
Yeah, we could not have paid money for the show we got.
That is the truth.
Yeah.
Actually, you could have if you would have been on my tour that I'm going to start. I forgot to tell everybody.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it's in the production. We're working on it.
Oh,
It's in the early stages. We're going to start a
news
tour,
to me.
UFO tour. And I mean, as many times as I look up in the sky at night, I see a lot of things. Like I told you about the one the other night when I was outside. I look up a lot. Where people tend to look down when they walk, I look up in the sky. It's important.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you here and now, look at everything left behind from previous civilizations, and they say they're all observation. Look up in the damn sky. It's important. I believe our civilization has lost that importance of looking up in the sky. We look up for celestial based events, and you have the whole world watching an eclipse, but you won't
Yep.
have the whole world just watching in general. They only look when they're told to look. I don't like that, man. I think we should be looking up a lot more because our ancestors did. They knew something.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love
They knew
looking
something.
up. I love it when I can see a whole bunch of stars. It's just, what's the word I'm looking for? It's very energetic for me. I get a lot of good energy from the sky, and I love looking
You know,
up
that's
at it.
weird. You would think that I would want to look up in the sky, seeing how my totem and everything, but I don't.
Walk outside, take your shoes off, get bit by a few fire ants, enjoy life.
Yay.
I don't know.
I don't know. I
Connect with the earth.
I always I walk, and I think part of it, this is true,
Mhm.
and I think part of it has to do with being a woman and feeling vulnerable and self-protecting a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't want to make eye contact. You just walk straight ahead. And it's like, I'm minding my own business. There's all this ruckus going on over there. I see nothing. I hear nothing. I'm walking straight ahead. And,
Mm-hmm.
and I've just pretty much gotten myself to do that, kind of like a self protective kind of a thing. But I
And there's
don't.
nothing wrong with that, because that's your natural instinct of fight or flight. Is you are more protective because you are female, and you're more likely to be attacked than a male would anyway. But yeah, and I don't blame you. I'd look too.
Yeah.
When I look out at the sky, though, I'm usually where nobody's bothering me, or I'm not bothering nobody else, and I'll sit there and look. There's a cool group that I'm in. It's called CE5, Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind, And
Okay.
they have some very cool stuff on there. It's like they're happy. They'll go out in different locations where they can see the sky, and they'll communicate with the UFOs and stuff and get replies back. But there's a
Out there
good
with a laser
documentary
pointer.
of CE5.
I
Yeah, you
keep going
can,
to use a laser pointer.
but yeah,
See, we're blessed out here.
yeah,
We live so rural that there's no lights around us.
Yeah.
No.
There's no lights around us. So when we turn off our lights, well, we've got the one street lamp, but that's pretty far in front of us out on the main road.
Yeah.
But we can turn off all of our lights here, and the sky looks like you're sitting in a, what do they call them, a solarium,
aquarium,
kind of
a planetarium.
planetarium. It does. It looks like you're sitting in a planetarium because everything is just right there in front of you, and it's on a clear night.
Oh, you see it. You absolutely see almost everything.
Yeah, you do.
But I will say that there's other parts you can go in the world where you can absolutely see everything. You see the Milky Way. You can see, I mean, you can see it all.
Oh,
so what we have, our vision is still very limited, but we're very blessed because we can literally see something traveling fast in the sky, and you go, well, that is way too high up, and you are moving way too fast for being that high up. You know how the thing has got to be hauling ass.
Yeah.
So.
Well, but you know what I thought was so fascinating was that these things, and I know you guys saw this too, is that they would be hauling it straight forward and then stop
like on a dime.
and go stop on a dime and then turn around and go in another direction.
When I originally saw them, they were doing these circle patterns with each other. They were going around, they were playing with each other. And that's when I ran inside. I said, Mom, you got to come out. I've seen a couple of these things fly by. You got to come outside and see this, though. But when you came out, they went from playing around and they both started moving like this.
Yeah.
And then they took off. I mean, man, the things that we saw that night, it was a very special night. It's been an active sky. Every night I've walked out there, I've seen some sort of anomalies. So skies are active. People need to go outside and just look up sometimes.
Yeah, what you ought to do is start filming some of those, dude.
Man, if I had the camera for it,
dude. If you got one of the newer Androids or Apples, the cameras on them are pretty damn good.
I do. I've got the 23.
Yeah, I got to program your phone to figure out how to program it. That's what it is.
Because I'm like totally inept when it comes to my phone. This is a smartphone.
That is a smartphone.
But I'm not smart enough to figure it.
Sure you can.
It's a
Google, Mom.
Yeah, Google.
That's what I got, a Pixel. Yeah, they got a nice night camera on there. And all you got to do is go to your camera, and when you go to video, it'll ask you if you want. Let's see. Hold on, let me pull it up on mine. Hold on here.
If I go to video, it asked me if I want to do the night. What did I use that night?
I think we ended up using the night mode, but we don't know how to.
I love the night mode.
We don't have a program.
Yeah, and it was weird because when I took the picture, I couldn't see the lights like the camera did.
Yeah. It's like it's seeing something you're not.
The camera picked the lights out really well.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all can see my phone. Probably not, because it's.
Yeah, it's like blocked. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, my backsplash is blocking it. But yeah, that's some of the colors we got: the purple and green, and the way the things were just moving and stopping, and
yes,
it's fascinating.
Yeah,
that night was such a crazy show.
Yeah,
I think what it is, I put mine on night mode Pro.
Yeah,
I put it on the night mode in Pro, and man, let me tell you, it was kicking some booty.
Yeah.
It was taking up some really good pictures.
I know. I still got to move mine over to my hard drive where I can blow them up, because all I can see them is what's my phone size.
Oh yeah.
But
I hadn't thought about doing that.
Yeah, see
computer
that
and
the
blowing them up.
stuff
Good
in the
idea.
sky, especially the UFOs, was just like you said, dude. They were probably watching the same show we were watching, just because thought it was cool too. Because I mean,
It is
yeah,
cool.
it was pretty cool, and I'm
It
glad you
happened
called us.
again.
Really?
It
Yeah, me
actually
too.
happened again. That same thing happened again recently. The lights happened
Huh.
again. Yeah, it
I
did.
wish I'd have
It
known
happened
about
again.
that. Shit.
Yeah, man, I saw it on the Facebooks and the news and all that. I
I
follow
know.
all kinds of crap, man. I'm really bored sometimes. I just
Yes, I
follow
know
it.
you
Hey,
do.
ain't no wrong with that. And what I thought was cool is like all the pictures from different places that saw the lights taking pictures of them.
Yes.
And I kept looking through their pictures as well to see what UFOs I could see in their pictures. And there was a lot of them. Because I know I've looked at, like you, I've looked at the stars enough. I know, okay, this is the Big Dipper over here. This is the this is this and that. And I'm like, okay, that's not supposed to be there. Okay, that's not supposed to be there.
Yeah,
And
was
I know
I
satellite.
didn't see too many. I didn't see too many Facebook posts or too many other places putting anything out
Mm-mm.
about seeing some things. Like
Oh,
I saw one. I think I showed you one. I
Yeah.
did find, but if there was as many people as us looking up at the sky, they would have saw the same exact thing.
dude, and it
But
was
not many
what
people were
was
talking
so
about it.
funny about it. All right, Lee starts posting in our WhatsApp for our class our class. We had all every class member that was in there. That was an assignment to go out there and look at the sky, and they were like, holy crap! Y'all see this? Y'all see this?" It's like, do you see the UFOs up here? And that's what makes it so cool. Because like where we were, there wasn't a cloud in the sky, which made it so much better.
Wow.
We did have clouds a little bit here and there.
Here
not
and
that
there,
Here
but
and there.
One of
not
them,
many.
one of the things we saw, um, it actually looked like a hand. The way it spread out in 5 different directions, but it looked like a huge hand sitting up in the sky.
Oh,
Cool.
wow.
I
Y'all
got
get a
pictures
picture
of
of
it.
that?
Let me see. Let me look through my photos again. I'm pretty sure I've got it because I know me and Matt both took pictures of it.
If you wouldn't mind sending some of that stuff, we could check that
Yeah.
out. That would be really cool.
Bear with me. I'm trying to find which one it is.
Yeah, because I'm telling you, they got what they were seeing. Their angle, given the distance, would have been a little different compared to ours.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the elevation, the different heights.
Absolutely.
And this, there's all kinds of factors that go into it, but they would have seen something a little bit different than ours.
Hold on, Deb.
But that's
I'll
what's so
I'll
fascinating
copy
about it.
some of these pictures and I'll send them to Messenger to you.
Oh man, awesome!
Please tell me that's the hand.
Don't post nothing up. It's just for us to check out.
Yeah, I'm not.
No. I was just saying for
Oh,
us. We won't post anything. We're just checking it out. You know what I'm
oh,
saying?
you can post it all you want to. I don't care because that's what they're for.
Oh, okay.
The
Okay.
Messenger.
I was just trying to be respectful.
Oh, you're cool, man. Hey, I took them. I want people to see what we took. I think that was badass.
Cool.
That's what it was.
Yeah, I mean, it was absolutely and I love the camaraderie that we had with everybody, that we were all experiencing this
Yeah,
together.
it was.
Oh, I
We
know.
stayed up
That's what
for a
made him
while.
better.
It is. That was amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Surprised the Men in Black didn't show up at all of our houses.
Dude, I was waiting for that.
Me too. That's the first thing I told my mom. I said, "We're gonna get a knock at the door a few hours from now. Watch,
Yep.
and I'm gonna have to answer it." First thing they're gonna do,
You
boom,
did
you're
not
gonna see a
what
flash
you
of light.
saw.
You're next.
It was Florida swamp gas.
Yeah.
Because you know how they
Yeah.
love to see everything swamp gas.
Everything's swamp gas. We don't have swamps up here. It was
Yeah,
swamp.
no
What
doubt.
you saw in the sky was a hot air balloon tour.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, because it can change colors just like on a dime.
Oh my gosh.
Which some really fast helium balloons. Let me tell you,
Yeah.
fastest
All right,
ones
I'm
I've ever
sending like
seen.
6 at a time to you, Deb.
Oh, are you?
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
All right, send 6 more.
I'm actually excited, really excited to see these pictures.
And I do that best.
You know, it'd be funny if you were on a stream with somebody and they're like, "Yo, I'm gonna send you these pictures. Don't show anybody." You're like, "Yo, got you." They send them to you. You start looking at them. You're like, "Oh man, it's amazing." You turn around and show everybody. Like,
Show
look
'em
how
all.
cool, dude! What the hell is going on? You never have another interview ever.
Well,
Nobody trusts you.
somebody did that to me one time.
Nuh-uh. That's
Yes,
so cruel.
yes, they did.
Whoever that was, they're very, very mean.
All right, they're coming slowly but surely because we took a buttload.
Who did that
So.
to you? Nuh-uh.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go over here for it. Oh my god.
that's pretty.
Let me see. I'm gonna steal your phone for a second here. Oh, whoa. Hey, look at that. It's literally the same, but look. The way they look. Oh, it's really. Damn, look at that.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, badass.
The one with the streak on it.
What?
Yes.
Yeah, that one's good.
They were so fast. They were just so fast.
Look at that.
Yeah, you should have a whole bunch
Yeah,
of them
let me
popping
see
up
'em.
every
Yeah.
second.
And you got some good ones.
Yeah, man. Oh man, look at this.
But see, that's the
wow.
cool thing about being an empath medium. My mind kept telling me, okay, point the camera here, take a picture here, do this, do that. I'm like, okay, I'll do whatever y'all tell me to do. Just give me some good pictures.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
What
yeah.
the freak? Look at the colors on that.
I know. Okay, I sent you
It makes
everyone
you
that I.
wonder. Remember the one we saw that lit up like real
Yes.
bright white as it went?
Yep.
You thought it was a meteor, but it's like I told you. If
I
they
thought it
were,
was a comet.
no, because they come down. Anything like that is falling from the sky. It doesn't go traveling through the sky. It's falling into the planet. It's not traveling through the planet. Now it would be if it was skimming through our atmosphere, completely like missing us. But it's going to travel through. You could see it with the naked eye as it goes through. You can even see the color of the gases that are burning, and that'll tell you what gas. That'll tell you what that thing is and what it's burning.
Yeah.
Anyway, the point of the matter is that you would see it coming down. You wouldn't see it going choom across the sky like that. That was crazy.
That was crazy.
Right over the top of us, like woohoo!
Yeah, Blain, it was like
Whoa.
a big ball of light that was just streaking
Yeah.
across the sky, would look to me like a debris field in back of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like it was something.
To me, it looked like it was something burning up in the
No,
atmosphere.
you know what it could be?
No, not really.
Since it kind of looked like it was stretching. Okay, you know how like let's say it was actually like has they say when something travels in space it bends it,
Mm-hmm.
and that it'll propel itself. If you're witnessing that, I wonder if that's exactly what it would kind of look like. It would look like it's actually the object stretching, but it's actually kind of bending something before it. Boom, takes it because that thing fucking took off. Oh, excuse me. Oh, wow. I'm so emotional. I went into the F bomb.
Yes, he
Sorry.
did. So sorry.
Let's get that one. But it kind of that's what kind of like what we were witnessing was it powering up and then boom, that thing took off like a whoa, it was crazy.
It did.
Yeah. You know what I think too? I think they were up there showing off. I really do. It's like, oh, these people I never seen. Watch this. Bam. It was like, hold my space beer. Let's do this.
I mean,
it was incredible.
It was so blatant to me.
Yeah.
So obvious and so blatant.
What a time to show up though. If everyone's focused on that celestial event, if you wanted your presence to be known, that's the time to do it.
Dude, just show up and like
everybody's
you said.
Look up.
Yep. Well, I
hiding
think
in plain sight.
Yeah, I think y'all started something when you called. As many people as you called, Lee was sending it out to everybody she knew, and they were having open conversations on our WhatsApp for our class chat. And they were out there looking. They were throwing up pictures, and then Stan and Teresa be throwing up pictures up there. It was like, okay, this is getting badass now.
Right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I
You know,
love the.
there's
It's so nice.
Maybe I'll join that MUFON. Maybe I'll look into that. I mean, it's a bunch of like-minded people. I'm constantly sky watching. They're constantly
Dude,
sky watching.
I'll tell you one that's cheaper is the CE5. That one's free. MUFON
Oh,
charges. CE5 is actually pretty good. The guy that runs it, he is a brainiac. I think he has like 3 or 4 PhDs. He's very smart.
here,
You
look it
see
up.
you see this guy a lot on different TV shows talking about stuff. But if you go to if you have Amazon Prime,
Anyone,
you can go in there and look up his
anyone I'd be
documentary.
familiar with?
I'm trying to remember what his name is. I know he's been on Ancient Aliens quite a few times. I can't remember his name right off the bat. But if you go to Amazon Prime and just do the documentary CE5, watch it. It's worth your watch. The guy that started, he's the one that's on there. And he tells you about the different places that people go and watch and communicate. When they have watch parties, dude, they have maybe 400 or 500 people.
Stephen Greer?
That's my man right there. Yep.
Dr. Stephen Greer. Yeah, I follow Dr. Stephen Greer. Yeah.
Okay, he's the one that started CE5, Close Encounters of the Fifth
Is
Kind.
that the warehouse?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah, we could talk about that.
Yeah, that guy's amazing.
Yes,
and he's
he
been
is.
doing it. And I think he actually worked on some secret squirrel projects back in the day. That's why he knows a lot of this information. You know, I think people take him more seriously than they took Bob Lazar when he first came out and started talking about what was up at Area 51.
But he's been consistent with his talks. Every time he's come out on an interview,
yes, I believe what he says too, because he came out with that Element 115 that we knew nothing about. All of a sudden now there's an Element 115. Go figure that
I
one,
think we're coming into an age of information, like what Musk says a lot, that we're in an age of augmentation where human beings are being augmented slowly, but like our cell phones being an extension of ourselves. Everyone's got one. It's smarter than us, so you're already being augmented.
Mine sure is.
Mine sure is. Hey man, I'm going to be straight up honest with you. I got a lot of useless knowledge. But
hey, me too. Hey, I'm an IT guy, and I still find stuff on my phone like I didn't know it did that.
Well, in IT, yeah, I'm sure you find interesting things in IT work, for sure.
Oh God!
But I think we're in that age where it's time to release a lot of information.
You know,
everybody's open-minded to it.
Well, you think what the problem was? Okay, the reason that if you think about it, since 1947, how far our technology's advanced since 1947? Some of the stuff you've never heard of, like Velcro, VHS tapes, but they're no longer here. But that was something that came out with. But Velcro was one of the biggest things. It's like, okay, something that simple, that design. We couldn't. I don't think we could have come up with that ourselves. I think something helped us with that, or we reverse engineered something we saw on the ships of that. But
the space race. That's where we got a lot of technology.
Think about this, okay? Why now do we have a space force?
I think we've kind of always had it. They're just bringing it out. I think it's kind of always been there, but now's the time we actually really need it, so they're turning it on.
Well, you notice too is the government starting to release videos. The Navy had the TikTok video. They had the quite a few videos that the government released. And I know before they didn't want to tell people because they thought it might cause a mass panic. And that was based off, what was it, War of the Worlds that Orson Welles said it was a story that people still freaked out about it. So that's why they haven't told us. I'm like, okay, mathematically, if you think mathematically, we cannot be the only life forms in this whole vast universe. It's mathematically impossible. I mean, even Einstein would say that. Tesla said that there's no way that we're in this by ourselves. We're the only thing in this whole universe because to me, it doesn't make sense. Now, I understand there's a lot of planetary and stars and stuff that's uninhabitable, but there's a lot of other ones out there that are. That they might have had life at one time. And like Mars, I think Mars had life. It might still have life, whether it be microbiological or something. That there's something that lived there at one time. And hell, if you want to go back to it, let's go back to the Anunnaki because it was said that they had actually Mars was like a sister planet because they got tired of stuff that's happening here.
I will say that if you look at human beings in general, you look at life in general, it is way too complicated. Everything is way too complicated for it not to have a creator or for it not to have something that had a helping hand to getting us to where we are today, even as a species. So there's a helping hand somewhere. I'm going to say if you just really honestly think outside the box and look at it, we're way too complicated to be here like the way we are. So something helped us along the way. Something out there is advanced enough to do that. There's other life out there. The Bible literally says, something created us. God created us. There's a creator. There's other life. You have to accept it. Yeah. It's in your face every day.
He even says that I created the heavens and the earth. So that's telling me that everything out there is just a big ball of something of energy, which we all are anyway.
But we're here for a reason, though. Life in general, may it be a prison planet or whatever it is, there's a purpose for it.
Yeah.
Maybe we're prisoners or they're just harvesting souls or whatever the crazy theory may be, but there's a purpose for everybody that's here. May it be to work until you die or to enjoy life. And there's a purpose. You're here for a reason. Everybody's here for a reason. And that's just the way it is. Accept it. There's other life. There's other things.
Yeah.
You have one shot at this. Live free, die.
Yep.
There you go.
Hey, I'm with him on that one. I mean, I wish it would come out and all in public and say, look, okay, we have had treaties with aliens for since Truman was in office. And it might have been before then. Because I know Eisenhower actually went and met. They pulled him off a golf course down in Florida and put him on a plane. The next thing you know, he's over in Nevada. Yeah, and I believe that story is very true. And I think he did.
Well, there's things to back it up.
Yeah.
There's things to back it up being authentic. So,
well, yeah. Well, I think the excuse was that they had to pull him off the course to go to a dentist appointment. No. No, it's awfully funny. No, any of us have been to the dentist. And you come back to the dentist, your mouth's gonna be hurting. You're gonna have galls and crap in your mouth. And when he came back to the White House, he was just happy, smiling, no problem. And I think a reporter says, "Well, how'd your dentist visit go?" "Well, it went pretty well," and he walked away.
Man. It's so sad that they hide all this crap in plain sight. They do it right in front of your face, and dude, it's the fact that they're withholding information like that that's so damn important.
Well, I think a lot of it they try to hide behind in the threat of national security, because we might have got some technologies that other countries did not get, and they might have got some technologies we don't have. So I think part of that's, for security reasons, they don't want to split the whole bag of beans open. I think what's going to happen, we're going to be slow fed, very long time, and then we'll go get bits and pieces of stuff. I mean, you go back and look. They had the UFOs over Washington D.C. in the 60s. And they can. I forgot what reason they did explain it away, but I'm sorry, there was like 15, 20 UFOs over the damn White House.
And they've been hanging on this theory of theirs that if they divulge it, is that it's going to create mass hysteria.
Yeah.
And to me, that's really not giving the American public, anybody,
a fair chance.
Yeah. It's like, we're not a bunch of,
But if you look at it
Most of us are
statistically,
not a bunch of lunatics.
it's all
Yeah.
statistics, man. Because they
Yeah.
sat down a group of, they had a think tank. They put the brightest minds together and said, "Hey, man, if we did this, what the hell would happen?" And they sat
Yeah.
there running. I guarantee you, it's all about algorithms and yada yadas.
Oh
But
yeah.
I would
ultimately,
believe
we're
that
not ready
more.
for the truth. Well, a majority isn't. There's a small few that are. I feel like, man, why don't you just segregate us and you move these people here and the ones that want to know here, freaking tell us everything that we want to know, and you just have
Yeah.
us live here.
Yeah. Really.
We know
I mean,
everything, you know nothing, and
see, I would love to have at least a quarter of that knowledge, just where
Yeah,
I can make
quarter.
my own choices. Hey, I'm just being generous. I want
exactly.
100%, but even if I had a 1/4% of the knowledge they have, dude, just think of what we could do with that 25% of what they know, and
Man,
if we could get a full 100%, dude, I think you might have to break that up in stages because I don't know if a regular mind could handle that much information at one time. So you might have to break it down in smaller pieces to us. Because you
I
think
don't know.
about
I
that.
could definitely sit in a room with somebody and just they could
I know.
explain it to me and say,
Yeah,
this is the story of everything, and this is
yeah,
how it is. How
yeah,
do you feel about that?" I'd sit there and go, finally, man, all my questions are answered. Okay, now I know, and where do I go from here with that? You guys gonna
yeah,
like write me
exactly.
out now? Like,
I know. I'm over here brain wiped. But see, that's what yeah, and I'd love to, like I said, just like you said, to sit down in a room like that and just tell me 25% of what they know, and then build me up from that.
I
Okay,
want it all.
dude, I want it all, but I don't think we could handle it all at one time. Well, we could. Who knows? We
Yeah.
might be able to. But when they're coming in with the stuff like, okay, this is how your DNA came about, or this is how you get to this place or this place, or use a wormhole, and this is how you brought the wormhole up, or this is the propulsion system we used to get here. And there's no sound, there's no exhaust, no heat signature, which I think is amazing that you can
I
get
have a
something.
theory about how some. I have a theory about how you can get off a planet quick if you needed to, and it's you capture an object that's moving fast in space already, and what would you capture? A rock.
Yeah.
Couldn't you just hitch a ride on something that's already propelling itself fast throughout the cosmos? And you go, well, as long as we can just get us here, that rock will get us here, and then we can launch off that and get here.
Hmm.
That's a
What if,
thought.
That's where the
what,
moon came from.
well, what if,
You're welcome. I
what,
saw how the moon got here.
hey, let's see.
Fire.
Okay. Let's throw this theory out there. Okay. Just say that you could hide your craft inside of one of these rocks.
Oh.
That's how the
'Cause-
moon got here. By the way,
Yeah.
that's what we're figuring out.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I'm being serious. I mean, if you
I
really
thought
think about it, and you go, huh?
Hmm?
I didn't say nothing.
Oh, I thought I heard something.
I did too.
Dude, I've told you the Men in Black would start screwing with this. Man, I'm telling you, if I disappear tonight, or you, because I kind of went like this, but you, wait,
Yeah.
no, you, if you disappear, we know why. We cracked the codes on some things during this conversation. The Men in Black said, "Now we're coming for you."
Dude, you know what? It's funny. I already work for the government, so they wouldn't be hard to find me. Just walk in my office tomorrow and I'll be there.
That's funny.
No, I think
But
it's
yeah, I mean,
hilarious. I mean, why can't you have an intelligent conversation about this stuff? It's like, I don't want to have to worry about the Men in Black coming after me. I was like, I want to talk about this stuff because it fascinates me, for one. And
Yeah.
my intelligence wants to know more. I want to learn
right.
something new every day, because they say the day you stop learning is the day you start to die. And I don't want to die anytime
Yep, I
soon.
like
I want
that.
to learn. I want to learn, dude. I'm curious. It's like, okay, I can take whatever you tell me that's going on. You can say that that the Anunnaki came down here and changed our DNA and or made us like clones of them. It wouldn't hurt my feelings. It's like, okay, that makes a little sense. Or I'll tell them, okay, you're just prisoners that we picked up all over the galaxy. We dropped your dumb asses here because we could do nothing else with you.
Well, and then there's
I could live with that.
Yeah,
the
me
fact
too.
that they made us too intelligent. They made us too smart. There's also the one where that's why we were destroyed, and they destroyed the Tower of Babylon. But they said
Yep.
that we had been too smart, so they separated us, and that's why you have this particular area of the world that has this particular region, this particular nationality, and you have these people, these people, these people, and then they changed the languages on us, so we no longer had universal language.
Yeah.
We were no longer in connection with each other. We were no longer in light with each other. We were no longer in connection with ourselves, and
Yep.
that's where all of our power comes from, and that's hence why your brain is no longer super powerful like it should be, because you're
Yeah.
no longer truly connected to the world you're on.
Well,
Yeah.
a
It's a
lot of
displacement.
what you're saying, and Blaine, I know that you'll understand this as well as Lee. And that really goes back to the early teachings of the indigenous people with Turtle Island,
Oh God, yes.
right? And how it was, the one continent and the one people, and it got divided up.
Tartaria.
Yeah, Tartaria. Well, and in native culture, it's Turtle Island.
Yep.
Yep.
So
I believe that's the origins of the pyramids as well, is that
Oh, yeah.
they were a very, 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 very ancient device, very old. I
Oh,
believe
I do too.
it's all misguided information they give about them.
Oh yeah, dude.
yeah,
Well, this is what makes me think. Okay, you go look at the Great Pyramid in Egypt, and then you go over to Mesoamerica, and one of the was it Tutankhamun? I can't pronounce it correctly.
Teotihuacan. Yeah,
Teotihuacan, thank you. That their base is a millimeter off of what the Great Pyramid is. If
it
somebody's
shows similar construction.
well,
I told you
this
that about
too.
the two. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, down to a millimeter. That's like a less than a hair.
yeah,
And then you look at stuff like that. They didn't tell you that they found and touched them, dude. They found tobacco. They found cacao. None of that stuff was ever there. I think they were trading a long, 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 long time. And
Yep.
some of the stuff that they found in Mesopotamia was papyrus, which was not found in Mesopotamia or Mesoamerica. And so there were certain things, that neither place should have had, but they did. And it made me think,
If you look into
go
if
ahead.
you look into Provine Martin, he shows a lot of temples in Cambodia, India,
Mhm.
and a lot of these ancient places. They actually have depictions of Egyptians carved
Yes.
into the temples,
Yes.
and we're talking temples. Yeah, they're talking temples that are like 800, 900 years, 1,000 years old. These are Buddhist
Yeah.
temples, and
Yeah.
some of these places were actually. They believe this is actually where the knowledge came from, that they were learning it over there and then bringing it back to their countries. Hence why there's depictions actually of the Indians, I believe, in Egypt. I think it is. I
Yes.
think they actually have depictions of each other in different parts,
they do.
and
Yeah.
that shows that they were actually in communication with each other. How could that be
Well,
that long ago?
and I'll tell you this too. There are cave paintings in Australia that depict Egyptian style headdresses. Those people, wouldn't. I mean, they didn't have the capability of they probably made
No,
boats that they could fish out of, but they couldn't travel that far in the
no.
technology they had. And I said this on our show a couple of weeks ago. It says these people draw what they saw.
Right.
They don't know.
Exactly.
I mean, geez, it's like we were talking about some of the stuff like all the Native Americans, like the Cherokee had called them star people, sky gods, and you had all that stuff all around. So that tells me that they have been visited, because why would these people make stuff up like that? That's something that they did not see or
Yeah. Well,
experience.
I also heard one of the was it the which race was it that actually had communication with one of the celestial races, and one of their people actually chose. They gave the choices to some of the people in the tribe to either go with them or to escape or something like that. And one of the tribe members ended up going with these beings because they ended up giving him a potion or something. And what ended up happening is he came back to them. They allowed him to come back one last time to say goodbye. And when he came back, he was asked a series of questions, and one of the questions was, about his life, because he looked different. His skin looked different. He had different feet. Some things about him weren't like how he was before. And he explained to them that he drank something, or I think he either drank something or was injected with something, and that actually is what changed his chemical being, his chemical compound. But it's fascinating to think about if that was really true.
Dude,
I
I
mean,
believe it was, because you hear stories about that from the Navajo and the Apache, and
I think it was the Navajo that wrote that one.
The Navajo did write that, and it also goes back in history of other indigenous people as well. That many stories for somebody that doesn't, this tribe does not know this tribe way out over here. They didn't know this. They didn't know each other existed, for one thing. So, how would they come up with all this stuff when the stories are so similar? And it ain't like that. They, the Indians from the East Coast went and traded with the Indians on the West Coast, or the people in the Middle America. Very rarely, unless they were close enough tribes in that area to each other, they traded. But interesting stuff.
Yeah, it really is.
The Hopi.
Oh, the Hopi's another one.
Hopi, man.
The Hopi, they really, I mean, absolutely amazing, and they still have the Kachina. Their Kachina dolls really reflect.
Yeah. That's a good point out.
Yeah,
really good
the
point
Kachina
out.
dolls.
Nice.
And they always, to me, they always looked like the depiction of what they were seeing at that time.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they only drew and talked about stuff they actually saw. Now, there were a lot of stories that were passed down, but they listed stuff that they actually saw. And it was like some of this stuff was passed down, and like generation after generation would see these same beings coming in to their area. And they knew them by name. They knew them by how they reacted to them. And it was always mostly very positive interactions with them.
Yeah.
It's just maddening that we have to sit here and question things that are right in front of your face. And then you honestly, sometimes you get to the point to where, I don't know if you have, but I found myself questioning my own damn sanity, going, this stuff's denied so much. And what I saw in the sky, was it really something I saw, or was it just a glitch in the sky, a glitch in the matrix? Was this really something? But you see it so much, and you eventually open yourself up to it. And it's like something in your brain just, the veil goes foom, and wow, I almost took the chair out. The veil goes foom, and you see everything that's out there, and you go, I believe in it. I know what I'm seeing is real. I'm not crazy, and neither is anybody else. This is real. It's not a phenomenon. This is reality.
That's what made it so cool.
Right. Exactly what I was going to say. We all proved it to ourselves that night.
This is real.
This is real.
Can't deny it.
There was no denying it, because, we all have a high degree of knowledge in certain of these affairs.
Yeah.
And we all banded together that night, and we all saw the same thing.
From different parts of the world.
From different parts.
That was what made it so cool. It was like, okay, we've got our little tribe over here. We got a part of the tribe over here, part of the tribe over here. And we're experiencing the same thing, and the same energy, the same joy of being able to see this, all of this. It's funny. Some people would have been scared. I wasn't scared at all. I thought it was beautiful. I wanted more. I felt like the little kid at Christmas time. Oh, I got a whole bunch more presents to open.
Exactly. And it was so cool with us down here going, oh, look, there. And you guys were seeing it in the Carolinas at the same time
Yeah.
that we were seeing it
Yeah.
in
Hmm.
Florida.
Hmm.
That was wild. That was absolutely wild.
I can't say I got a ominous feeling about things. I was pretty neutral about everything. I mean, hell, for all I know, at any given time, that thing can go shing and go doom, 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 and blow the shit out of my house. I have no idea. Or just come down, shoot a light, and I go up, and I go, oh no! Do you know how messed up that'd be? I'd bend
That'd
over.
be,
I'd bend over and do the
oh
lightning
yeah.
thing immediately. If light is casted on me, just that pyramid.
You heard about his theory, right, Blaine?
Mm-mm.
Oh, how to successfully survive a lightning strike. You ground. You got to ground yourself to the earth. You take your hand, put him straight down. You project your booty in the air. Since the lightning comes from the ground, you have to ground yourself to it. It'll just go right through you, up into the air, and you'll survive. It was proven in Avatar.
He's full of crap.
You
Oh
better
my
hope you're not,
goodness.
because
Yeah.
it'll affect the grounding.
It'll affect who's on the other side of
It'll
you.
affect a lot. It's
Yeah,
insane.
really. All it does is charge me up. But Deb, I hate to do it, but I gotta get off here because I told my wife I'd spend some time with her. I enjoyed
Oh,
our
I,
Copy
hour.
that.
oh yeah, we got to go
Time
too.
flew.
Blaine, it's always so much fun with you.
Thank you so much
I
for your
know.
time.
Oh, dude, this is my pleasure. I try to make it here every first Tuesday of the month, and in July we'll talk about something else. We'll figure out we'll
Yeah.
have something
Oh,
by
we
Well,
then.
will.
Oh yeah, we'll
keep
probably
our
talk
eyes in
about
the sky.
always, dude,
The
always.
Paracomic-Con.
Yep, we'll see you. You guys going to the North Carolina?
No, we were
Oh,
going to in the very beginning,
Is it the
but
battleship?
the
Ah,
battleship
yeah, yeah.
we were going to, but it kind of fell through on us. So I know you guys are going to go. You're going to have an amazing time. I want to hear
Yep.
all about it.
oh yeah, yeah, definitely. We'll looking forward to it. This will be my third battleship. I've done 2 aircraft carriers, and now this will be my third battleship. So, and I've got good results
Aircraft
on all of
carriers.
them. Yeah. Oh yeah,
Oh,
dude. Yeah, aircraft. I did.
wicked.
Yeah, I got to do an investigation on the Nimitz, even though it's still an active ship.
Oh,
I pulled a couple of
what?
strings I had with some friends of mine, and they got us in there while
That's cool.
while they were at dry dock. So,
Oh man,
Man, that's wicked.
but yeah, I appreciate y'all having me on, and it was so cool to talk about what we saw, and we'll do this again. Don't worry.
All right, sounds
absolutely.
good.
We love you, Blaine.
Love y'all too. Bye.
Live long and
Bye.
prosper.
Okay, everybody. We had a wonderful evening tonight. Yeah, that night was absolutely
Yeah,
spectacular.
man. I'd give anything to have another one. Just, like I said, keep your eyes in the sky. You never know what might happen.
Yeah,
And you yourselves, if you might have a night like that too, just man, just every so often, if you get a chance, walk outside and look up. If it's
yeah,
dark outside and you got good view of the stars, look up. You might just see a star moving that shouldn't be moving, man.
yeah. And I never really did it before, but now,
You've seen things too, randomly just looking
oh
up.
God, yeah,
You're welcome.
yeah. Thanks. And now I do. I look up,
Yeah, it's
and
important.
I never did it until he was, Mom, look up. There's a whole world up.
Literally,
Oh,
there are
literally
worlds up there.
worlds up there, and you can see them.
Yep.
And now I do. Now I pay more attention to it, and I'm really grateful over the enlightenment that he gave to me because it was very true.
Come to the church. The church I have light and all. Come to the yard, and I would show you the sky. Oh, the possibilities.
But I can't get you to clean the bathroom.
Which bathroom?
Yeah, there you go. Anyway, so what we want to remind you guys of is the Paracomic-Con.
I got to get this finger thing down because every time I go to do a finger, it's like off screen over here. I keep forgetting the camera's like right here.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. Look,
The
damn,
Deep
my
South
finger.
Yeah, it's your finger that did it. I'm kind of thinking it's either Stan or Teresa. I don't know. I could be wrong, but it could be your
Someone's
finger.
helping me with the.
Thank God it's that one. Paracomic-Con is coming up September the 14th and 15th. You guys, it's just going to be at the Ozark Civic Center in Ozark, Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys got to go. We have got Lee Triana, Terry Brown, Matt Brown, Repossessed.
Vendor spots that are still available, apparently.
There are vendor spots
That
still
surprises me
available. It
because
surprises
they
me
go
too.
fast. Man.
Yeah.
They go fast.
You guys, if you're thinking about getting a vendor spot, do it now because they go fast.
You can email them at deepsouthparacomicon@gmail.com.
There you go. You got all the information on that site. You can even get your vendor spot from that site.
I know from time to time you have to do this. I repeat, it is deepsouthparacomicon@gmail.com. That was my repeat because you have to sometimes do that. You have to do a repeat. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
That's all right. Deep South Paracomic.
You missed it too. Just I did too. I was like, what UFO?
But I mean, the people that are going to be there is just absolutely phenomenal.
We have you hosting. He's the host and founder of Hollow Ground. You're going to be there hosting it.
Yeah.
Up. Hey, there we go.
There we go. Lee Triana Brown, right here.
Look at the writing on that.
I know.
Ozark. Look at the O and the Z. That is hard, man. That's some real hardcore writing. The splatter.
Are you done?
That is a wicked flyer.
Lee Triana Terry Brown from Repossessed. She's going to be there. She's amazing now.
Army veteran.
She's absolutely
Ethereal
amazing.
Voices and Paranormal.
Yeah, Ethereal Voices Paranormal team is going to be there. Well, Paranormal, this is them. And they're absolutely amazing as well. Jolene Fine, she's an author, and she wrote Kalani. And, well, there's different series. Yeah, there's different books that she writes.
I need to read more
in the series.
I don't read enough books. I really
try reading hers.
Might give it a try. Just pick one up and give it a whirl.
Yeah, talk to her and she might even have some books there.
Hey,
and of course Jeremy Leonard. And Jeremy Leonard from the Ghosts of Morgan City. He's called the Cajun Demonologist, and he also did the 28 Days Haunted.
He's hardcore.
Yeah, he is.
Hardcore.
He is. And 28 Days Haunted was on Netflix, if I'm not mistaken. Michael Fox from Hulu's Repossessed and host of the Fox Paranormal Chat on the Web Radio Network.
Gotcha.
Sometimes it's hard for me just to spit that out.
I'm just saying, when you're reading, it's popping up as we go.
It is.
We're not newscasters now.
No,
no. I do sense a future in it possible.
Yeah, do you?
It's strong.
Yeah, it is. Austin Light, I've had him on the show before as well. He is the author of American Demon comics.
That outfit.
He was great.
Man.
And he's going to do this again this year. Yes.
Wicked.
Yes. And
definitely get pictures if you can.
You got to meet this young man. He is absolutely sweetest guy. Absolutely sweetest guy. Okay, and so now also we have Ben Bracken and Ghostbusters and New Wave Championship Wrestling.
Oh, sweet, man. We got wrestling in the house.
I'm
a wrestling fan all the way through and through, baby. You know this.
See, if I put on my glasses, I could do so much better.
Mom, I believe that to be true.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
William Perry.
Cool.
Okay, William Perry. He's an actor known for Predator 2. The People Under the Stairs. That was creepy. The Lost Boys. Hey, that's iconic there. And, of course, The Nightmare on Elm Street 4. So come and, meet William Perry.
Party hard.
where else are you going to get a chance
We're
to
going to
see
be at
some
that
of these
hotel. I'm
people?
telling you, we're going to the hotel.
Yeah, we are. We are going to
Hotel
the
party.
hotel.
Bam, bam.
Destiny Fox from Hulu's Repossessed is going to be there as well.
Very cool.
And her, of course, her husband is Michael.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to be there. The sweetest couple in the absolute world.
Absolutely.
I mean, really, really, really so very sweet.
Hey.
And of course, there's
we
our
know this
Blain. He's a shaman, psychic medium, host of the Family Spirit International Paranormal TV Mission Unexplained.
International. That's incredible.
Yes. So he's also an Air Force veteran.
Whoa.
Yeah. Just like Dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you get your pictures taken, you get your autographs, sit down and talk to these guys. They're right there. And it's like one, yeah. And you can do one-on-one with them, talk to them. And everybody who we've just explained are very, very nice people.
You kind of you would pretty much do what we're doing here. You know, you
Absolutely.
get to pick the brain, have a little chat. You know, if you have questions, you know, you get your curiosities answered here and there. I mean, it's actually really healthy too, because it's nice to connect with like-minded individuals.
Absolutely.
It really is, man. You know, like I said, sometimes people sit there and they're like, they don't, you know, I'm not gonna lie, you know, I've had moments where I felt a little alone. You know, it's like I'm kind of hesitant to who I tell this. Sometimes you don't know who to tell this story to, because you don't know if they're connected to the Men in Black, and the next thing you know, you go to at the door, and you wake up in the back of a, you know,
I don't think you have to worry about that too much.
Mom, I don't want to turn into somebody. You know, I go from a Devin and now I'm a Steven.
Well,
here we go.
Here we go. Faith Santiago. She's a performer, singer, and she'll be live on the stage at the Deep South Paracomic Con.
Ooh, cool.
This little girl's got some pipes. She got some pipes on her now. And she's very enjoyable to listen to. So I'm looking forward to listening to her. There's just a whole plethora of things that are going on.
I've noticed I'm biting my hangnails on the camera. I shouldn't be doing it, but I'm having nervous tics. I don't know why.
Yeah, you don't need to do that. Also, there's going to be seminars, there's going to be classes, there's going to be discussions there. I'm hosting. Yeah, I'm a guest there this year.
Whoa!
So come down and see me too from Spooky Things, and I'm going to be doing a discussion on cryptozoology.
No kidding.
No kidding.
You're fresh on that, aren't you?
I am.
Yeah,
I'm
I'd say
hot
so.
off the rack. Are you kidding? So.
And I'll be there too.
And you will be there too. He'll be doing a lot of the DJing and the master of ceremonies on certain things. Actually, on most things.
Trying my best to do all that.
So, you know, and we're just part of the crowd. We're just part of the crowd, and you guys, there's so much going, and we just basically just starting to tell you what's going on. There's more stuff going on. Incredible vendors.
Wow, I'm telling you what.
Incredible vendors going to be there.
Yeah, the food that was there last year was top.
Yeah, man.
It was good. We had
good food. Some good food there.
Really good cupcakes and vendors with the sweets and stuff like that. That stuff was, and you had it right there.
The Rogue Turtle is going to be there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're going to be there. And anybody who knows anything about the Rogue Turtle, they have the most amazing gems and rocks and stones. And oh my God.
Come get powered up.
That would be the place to do it. And these people know they got all kinds of jewelry things. Mm-hmm. Oh man, it's just beautiful. It's beautiful stuff that they have.
Very.
They're going to be there.
They had nice displays. I'm looking forward to that.
I'm just amazing what they have that's going to be going on there. So the bottom line is September 14th and 15th, Ozark, Alabama at the Civic Center. Come on down. Come check everything out. You guys can't go wrong with it.
That's true.
So we are going to get off for the night here. And thank you guys for tuning into the show.
Thanks for hanging out.
Absolutely. And we'll see you back on next Tuesday.
I gotta find that.
While he figures out where his fingers are going to go, we're going to sign off. You guys have a great evening, and we'll see you next Tuesday night. Bye bye.